All right, so let's dive into a world where like a single coin can be worth more than a house. We're talking rare coins and record-breaking auctions.
Okay.
Specifically, heritage auctions, recent U.S. coin signature auction.
Mm-hmm.
They had over 2,200 bidders
Wow.
from all over the world.
Okay.
And get this, every single item sold.
It's incredible. A 100% sell-through rate, really shows the passion and excitement surrounding rare coins.
Yeah,
It's a market that's alive and thriving.
absolutely. And it makes you wonder what drives that passion, right? Is it
Yeah.
the history, the artistry,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe the thrill of the hunt?
Yeah.
We've got some incredible highlights to unpack from this auction.
Okay.
So let's start with the star of the show.
Right.
An 1870 cc double eagle that sold for a cool $312,000.
Now, when we talk about rare coins, this one is like a prime example. Out of the original 3,789 minted, experts estimate only 40 to 65 still exist. It's what collectors call a trophy-level coin.
Trophy level? That sounds pretty serious. What does that actually mean in the world of coin collecting?
Think of it like this for collectors. It's the pinnacle of achievement.
Yeah.
This isn't just about owning a rare coin. It's about owning a piece of history that very few others can claim. It's a symbol of dedication, knowledge, and a bit of luck.
So it's almost like a badge of honor
With
within the collecting community.
Mm-hmm.
You've reached the top tier.
You got it.
Now, another coin that caught my eye was the 1907 high-relief flat-rim double eagle.
Okay.
This one sold for $144,000.
Right.
And I hear there's a unique feature that sets it apart.
You're right. This particular coin is the only one with a star designation from NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation.
Okay, pause for a second. I know we've thrown around NGC and some other grading terms.
Yeah,
Could you break that down for those of us who aren't professional numismatists?
absolutely. Think of it like a report card for a coin.
Okay.
NGC examines coins for authenticity and assigns a grade based on their condition, things like wear and tear.
Scratches, and even the luster of the coin all play a role. The higher the grade, the better the condition, and that directly impacts a coin's value.
So the star designation on this 1907 Double Eagle means...
It means it has exceptional eye appeal for its grade. Imagine a coin that's not just well-preserved, but also boasts, like a striking visual impact. The star designation adds that extra layer of desirability for collectors.
So it's not just about being in good shape, it's about having that extra wow factor.
Exactly.
It makes sense why that would drive up the price.
Mm.
Now let's shift gears and talk about a set that caught my attention.
Okay.
An 1861 7-piece silver and minor proof set. It's a snapshot of U.S. coinage right at the start of the Civil War.
Wow.
And it went for $90,000.
What's fascinating about this set is that it's not just a collection of coins. It's a time capsule from, like, a pivotal moment in American history.
Totally. You're holding a piece of history in your hand.
Yeah?
But what I find really interesting is that this set was produced during such a tumultuous time.
Yeah.
The Civil War was just beginning.
I imagine there must have been incredible economic anxieties
Right.
and uncertainty.
Absolutely. The Civil War had a profound impact on U.S. coinage. The scarcity of precious metals led to the introduction of new materials and designs, and even the imagery on coins reflected, like the wartime sentiment. This set offers a glimpse into that turbulent era and the challenges facing the nation.
It makes you think about how these coins were more than just currency.
Totally.
They were symbols of a nation grappling with division and change. Now, let's move on to a coin that's legendary, even among those who aren't, die-hard collectors.
Okay.
The 1893 S. Morgan dollar. This one sold for $66,000, and I'm guessing it's all about rarity.
You're spot on. The 1893 S. Morgan dollar is the holy grail for many Morgan dollar collectors. Only 100,000 were minted.
Wow.
And even fewer are believed to have circulated. The S mint mark indicates it was struck at the San Francisco Mint,
Right.
adding another layer of intrigue to its story.
So the combination of a low mintage and the San Francisco Mint makes this a true rarity. And speaking of rarity, let's talk about the 1924 S Double Eagle.
Okay.
This one sold for $60,000.
All right.
But it has a bit of a paradoxical history, right?
It does. Millions were initially struck, but the vast majority were melted down during President Roosevelt's 1933 gold recall.
Now, this gold recall was a pretty significant event, wasn't it? It wasn't just about collecting gold.
Oh.
It was tied to the economic turmoil of the Great Depression.
Exactly. The government was trying to stabilize the economy and restore confidence in the banking system.
Right.
By recalling gold coins and taking them out of circulation, they aimed to strengthen the dollar and control the money supply.
It's a reminder that even something as seemingly permanent as a gold coin can be subject to the whims of history and economic forces.
It's true.
So even though millions of these coins were minted initially, the gold recall drastically reduced their numbers,
Yeah,
making the surviving ones highly sought after by collectors.
absolutely. The 1924 Ents Double Eagle is a great example of how historical events can dramatically impact the rarity and value of a coin. Now, our final highlight is a bit different. It's not a coin,
Okay.
but it's still a fascinating piece of numismatic history. A 1976 National Bicentennial Medal that sold for $49,200.
This one definitely piqued my curiosity. Tell me more about this medal. What makes it so special?
Well, first of all, it's massive. We're talking 76 millimeters in diameter
Whoa.
and almost 15 ounces of .900 fine gold.
Wow.
It's the largest gold medal ever produced by the U.S. Mint.
Wow. That's a serious chunk of gold. I can't even imagine holding that in my hand.
It's impressive.
It must feel like a mini treasure chest.
It's truly impressive. It was designed by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo and features a stunning depiction of Independence Hall on one side and the Liberty Bell and moon landing module on the other. It's a beautiful blend of historical imagery and artistic craftsmanship.
It sounds like a piece that captures the spirit of the bicentennial perfectly, but why is it so valuable? Was it a limited edition?
Less than 500 were ever distributed, and to add to its rarity, some were even melted down later.
Wow.
This one was graded MS67 by NGC, meaning it's in exceptional condition, further boosting its value. It's truly a unique piece of American history.
It's amazing how a single object can encapsulate so much history,
Yeah.
artistry, and even economic turmoil. From the 1870 CC Double Eagle, a symbol of numismatic achievement, to the 1861 proof set, reflecting the anxieties of a nation at war, to the 1924 S Double Eagle, shaped by the Great Depression.
Wow.
These coins are more than just pieces of metal. They're windows into the past.
It's true. It's fascinating how each coin tells a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're like tiny time capsules, carrying the weight of history and human experience.
It really makes you think about the journeys these coins have taken from the mint to circulation, maybe tucked away in a collection for decades.
Yeah.
And now here they are,
Wow.
commanding top dollar at auction.
That's true.
Speaking of journeys, let's talk about another fascinating coin from the auction.
Okay.
An 1871 CC Double Eagle that sold for $52,800.
Another CC Mint mark. This one hails from the Carson City Mint,
Right.
which operated for a relatively short period in the late 19th century.
I've noticed that coins with the CC Mint mark seem to have like a certain mystique about them.
Yeah.
What is it about the Carson City Mint that makes these coins so special?
Well, the Carson City Mint was established to handle the vast silver and gold deposits discovered in Nevada during the Comstock lode boom.
Right.
It's a symbol of the Wild West,
Yeah.
the gold rush era, and that like pioneering spirit that continues to capture the imagination.
It's like holding a piece of the Wild West in your hand. You can almost picture those prospectors striking it rich and bringing their gold to be minted in Carson City.
Exactly. That connection to the American West is a huge draw for collectors.
Yeah.
It adds a layer of romance and adventure to these coins. And when you combine that historical significance with rarity, because the Carson City Mint operated for less than 30 years, you have a recipe for, like, numismatic gold.
It makes sense why collectors would be willing to pay a premium for that kind of historical connection.
Yeah.
It's not just about the coin itself. It's about owning a piece of that larger story.
Precisely. Now, speaking of stories, you might be surprised to learn that a seemingly ordinary 1907 high-relief double eagle, graded MS65 plus An, went for a hefty $48,000.
Hold on, didn't we already talk about a 1907 high-relief double eagle earlier?
We did. But remember, even within the same year, design condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value.
Right. I'm starting to understand the nuances of coin grading. So this particular 1907 high relief is special because of its exceptionally well-preserved condition.
You got it.
What does an MS65 plus grade actually tell us about the coin's journey through time?
It tells us that this coin has survived over a century in remarkable condition.
Yeah.
It's been handled with care, protected from damage, and likely spent a significant portion of its life tucked away in a collection.
It's like finding a perfectly preserved artifact from the past.
Yeah,
I bet collectors were eager to get their hands on this one.
totally.
What other treasures caught your eye in this auction?
Well, a 1911D quarter eagle went for a cool $45,600. The D mint mark tells us it was struck at the Dender Mint,
Right.
and its MS-65 grade indicates excellent condition. This combination of rarity and preservation makes it highly desirable for collectors.
It seems like those mint marks are like secret codes, unlocking a deeper layer of information about a coin's origins and journey.
That's a great way to put it. They're like clues that allow us to trace a coin's path through time and place.
Yeah.
They add a sense of mystery and discovery to the world of numismatics.
Now, I can't let this conversation go any further without mentioning another CC mint mark coin, an 1889 CC Morgan dollar that fetched a solid $43,200.
Ah, yes. Another stunning example from the Carson City Mint. This particular coin is graded MS-63, which, while not perfect, still represents a high level of preservation for a coin that's over 130 years old.
It's incredible to think that a coin from the 19th century could survive in such good condition.
Right.
It must have been carefully handled and treasured by its previous owners. But wait, two 1857 SF Liberty Double Eagles, each selling for $43,200, caught my attention, and they have a connection to something called the SS Central America.
Yes.
Now that sounds like a story.
Oh, it is. The SS Central America was a steamship that sank off the coast of North Carolina in 1857. It was carrying a huge amount of gold from the California Gold Rush, and the sinking was one of the worst maritime disasters of its time.
So these coins were literally recovered from a shipwreck.
Yes.
That's incredible. They must have spent over a century at the bottom of the ocean.
That's right. The SS Central America wasn't discovered until the 1980s.
Wow.
And the recovery of its treasure was one of the most significant maritime salvage operations in history.
Wow. Talk about a story of survival.
I know, it's amazing.
To think that these coins endured a shipwreck, spent decades underwater, and now they're back on dry land fetching top dollar at auction. It's like they've been given a second life.
It's a testament to their enduring value and the power of history to captivate us. But the SS Central America wasn't the only source of intrigue in this auction.
Oh. Tell me more.
Well, a 1907 high relief double eagle, graded MS-65, also sold for $43,200.
Okay, we've talked about 3 different 1907 high-relief double eagles so far.
That's right.
This option must have been a dream for collectors who love that design.
It was. It's clear that the 1907 high relief holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors.
Yeah.
And these high-grade examples really showcase the artistry and beauty of this classic American coin.
And it's not just the 1907s that were shining in this auction. An 1895 Morgan dollar in proof condition, graded PR68, sold for a respectable $42,000. What's so special about a proof coin?
Proof coins are struck with extra care, using specially prepared dies and planchettes.
Yeah.
They're known for their mirror-like finish and exceptional detail.
Right.
They're like works of art meant for collectors rather than circulation.
So they're the elite of the coin world. It's like the difference between a regular print and a limited edition artist-signed print.
Exactly. And because they were intended for collectors from the start,
Yeah.
proof coins tend to be in much better condition than coins that were circulated.
That makes sense. Now tell me about this 1903 Barber quarter that sold for $42,800.
Okay.
It must have something extraordinary going for it to command that price.
You're absolutely right. This Barber quarter is a real showstopper. It's graded PR68 Deep Cameo, which is exceptionally high for this type of coin.
Deep cameo. Now that's a term I haven't heard before.
Yeah.
What does that mean in the world of coin grading?
A cameo effect on a proof coin refers to the contrast between the frosted, raised design elements and the mirror-like background.
Right.
Deep cameo is the highest designation for this effect, indicating a truly exceptional contrast
Yeah.
that creates a stunning visual impact.
So it's like a miniature sculpture
Yeah,
with incredible depth and detail.
totally.
I bet it looks absolutely stunning under a magnifying glass.
You can say that again. It's a true testament to the artistry and craftsmanship of the Barber design and the meticulous care taken in producing proof coins.
From shipwreck survivors to meticulously crafted proof coins, this auction has been a whirlwind tour of numismatic history and artistry.
It's true.
And it seems like we've only just scratched the surface.
There's always more to discover. It really is amazing how much history and artistry can be packed into something as small as a coin.
It's true. We've seen coins that have traveled from the depths of the ocean
Yep.
to the hands of collectors,
Mm.
coins that reflect the economic turmoil of a nation,
Hmm.
and coins that are so meticulously crafted they're practically miniature sculptures.
It's incredible.
What stands out to you as we wrap up our deep dive into this record-breaking auction?
I think this auction really highlights the enduring fascination with tangible connections to the past.
Mm-hmm.
These coins aren't just pieces of metal. They're stories waiting to be told.
Yeah.
And those stories resonate with collectors on a deep level.
And it's not just about the historical value, right? We've seen coins sell for tens of thousands,
Really?
even hundreds of thousands of dollars. What drives those prices? Is it purely historical significance?
Right.
Or is there something else at play?
It's a combination of factors, really.
Yeah.
Rarity, condition, historical significance, and even artistic merit all contribute to a coin's value.
Yeah.
But beyond the monetary aspect,
Yeah.
there's a certain thrill of the hunt that drives many collectors.
It's like solving a puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to track down that one missing piece
Right.
that will complete your collection.
Exactly.
And when you finally find it,
Oh, yeah.
there's a sense of satisfaction that's hard to beat.
Absolutely. There's a sense of discovery, a connection to the past, and even a bit of an adrenaline rush that comes with acquiring a rare and valuable coin. It's a hobby that engages the mind and the emotions.
And for some, it's also an investment, right? Rare coins can appreciate in value over time,
Yeah,
sometimes quite significantly.
that's true. But I think it's important to remember that the numismatic market,
Mm-hmm.
like any market, can fluctuate.
Right.
While some collectors focus on the potential investment value,
Yeah.
I believe the true allure lies in the historical and artistic significance of these objects.
It's about holding a piece of the past in your hand,
Yeah.
imagining the people who used it, the events it witnessed. It's a tangible link to another time.
Precisely. It's a way of connecting with history on a personal level and appreciating the craftsmanship and artistry of a bygone era.
Well said. This deep dive has been a fascinating journey through the world of rare coins and record-breaking auctions. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
That's the beauty of exploration, isn't it? The
Yeah.
more we learn.
The more we realize there's so much more to discover.
So to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
we leave you with this. Imagine you stumbled upon a rare coin, a hidden treasure from the past. What would you do? Would you sell it, keep it as a family heirloom, or maybe donate it to a museum? It's a decision that goes beyond just monetary value. It's a question of history, legacy, and personal connection.
Food for thought indeed. And who knows, maybe someday we'll be featuring your rare coin find on the deep dive.
Thanks for joining us on this numismatic adventure. Until next time, keep exploring.